The attack against this homosexual pub in Orlando was foreseeable because the spokesman of the Islamic State, Al-Adnani, said that the Muslims in Europe and in America should strike attacks against non-Muslims on this month, the month of Ramadan, with the month of jihad and victory for Islam. The target also was foreseeable because homosexuality in Islam is forbidden and the penalty for it is death, and it is applied in many Muslim countries. In other Muslim countries, you go to jail, and the Islamic State just killed them by lapidation. So all was foreseeable, the time, the target, and also foreseeable was the method used, because Abu Musab al-Suri, the ideologue of the Islamic State, said that Muslims should wage these attacks, but should not be affiliated to the Islamic State formally. So this way, the services of security could not put the end of them, and then they can strike, can wage these attacks without being taken by the security forces.
A lot of people in the United States say that the terrorist attack in Florida coming from the radical Islam, except for one man, Barack Obama.
Yes, as a matter of fact, the basic problem is to name the problem. And when you name the problem, you can solve it. If you don't name the problem, you cannot solve it. For sure, it is Islam. They act, all their actions, all their attacks are based upon the theory of jihad. And when they say we have to fight the Crusaders and the Jews, who are the enemies of Islam, and so the problem with Obama, we have to understand why it doesn't name these attacks by their name. The CNN said the reason is it doesn't want to design define the Islam as a terrorist religion. So he doesn't want to use the term Islam and to link it to this attack. But as a matter of fact, there are economic interests with Emirates, states, and there is also the interest of Muslims in their countries, because traditionally in Europe, the Muslims vote for the left wing, and in the States for the Democrats. So he doesn't want to offend these populations. These are the two main reasons, in my opinion.
This is coming after he gave Iran a lot of money.
Yeah, the West has chosen the Shia against the Sunnah. And when we remember that 85% of Muslims in the world are Sunni, I'm not sure this is the right choice. And when one knows that the aim of Iran is to dominate the world politically and juridically, I am very afraid that it was a bad choice.
You think that because that President Barack Obama not say that he's a radical Islam, it's going to cost the United States?
Yes, for sure, because there will be more attacks. If you don't name the problem, you don't deal with him. And the basic problem is that in many mosques, even in Florida, you have imams calling for killing homosexuals, for example, or saying that you have to wage attacks against non-Muslims. You have 15% of the US Muslims under 30 years old, they saying that suicide attacks should be occasionally waged against people who are aiming Islam. So you have a big problem. If you do not tell this is a problem, you will not solve it.
What do we know about the terrorist attack? What do you know about the terrorists?
The terrorists themselves, it's very interesting. They are natives. They have the US nationality, they hold US nationality passport, and also in France, the killer of two policemen this morning is a French a citizen. So you have citizens of their countries, and they pass to the enemy, and they attack the citizens of the country they belong to now. So this is a basic problem for the security forces. If you have your own citizens working against you, you have many Muslims who are real Democrats and who love the United States and France and so on. But you have an important minority which is dangerous. They knew about this man. And they knew, and in France they knew about this terrorist, and even he was jailed in the past, the terrorist of this morning in France. So you know about them, but what could you do if you think that someone who is speaking against non-Muslims and is supporting the Islamic States, you don't do anything against it? You have to take this problem at its root, and its root it is in the education these people, these Muslims guys get in Europe and in the States.